What's up, YouTube? This is Chad Williams coming back at you with another update. Yesterday, I put on Facebook that I was having electrical issues with my car, and then one of my friends from English class I had senior year, he had asked me what was the problem. I said, well, I did something stupid. I think I fried something, and he was like, well, just come over to my house. So I drove, like 30 minutes to his house. And he looked at my head unit. He plugged it into his harness because it could fit into his harness. Even though he had a Sony head unit, I had a JVC. It still fit inside there. And my head unit still worked. So, the head unit didn't burn out or the fuse in it. He checked my fuses after that, which I had already checked when I was at Ace, and I brought one of them in, and the guy said, oh, well, it's not burnt. They're not burnt. So, he pointed out something that, it doesn't have to be burnt in order for it to be, blown. So he changed the fuses, like 4 different fuses. He was like, man, he was like, you pretty much blew out 4 of your fuses. I was like, wow. I said, that explains everything. Why my locks wouldn't work, and my clock, and my dash lights, and all that, and my radio. So I was like, wow. He solved that problem, and it was like I would never do something dumb and rush and ghetto rig shit again. I learned my lesson for that. Something bad happened that day, which was yesterday. I hooked up my remote wire. I had my car on when I turned on my car, and I showed him my stereo and everything, my American Bass 15 XFL. And okay, I turned my car on, I played it for like 2 minutes, then I turned my car off, my head unit, everything was off. I checked my bass remote, it wasn't lit up, the amp was off, everything was off. So, I go to start my car back up, the battery is completely dead. Like, the locks barely even worked. I was like, okay, I don't know where this came from. I played it, I didn't turn the amp on and everything, play it with my battery on and my car off. So that didn't really make any sense. He tried to jump my battery with his Ford F-150 with his jumpers, but it you could just hear the truck start to just kind of lose power because that's how dead the battery was. And he was like, well, your battery's completely dead. He tried to put the battery charger he had on it, and I let it charge for like an hour or so, and it was just completely dead. So I was like, man, I don't know where that came from. And he pulled the battery out. He was like, well, you have a truck battery inside your car. It's not for a car, it's for a truck. And he was just saying that, maybe my alternator couldn't charge that battery because, it was like an 800 amp battery or 750 amp. But it was just a battery for a truck. And thank God his girlfriend had a battery from, a Ford Taurus that she used to have. And he charged that up. And then he put that inside my car. And I'm going to give him the money for that on Friday. He saved my ass big time. I'd still be over across the bridge right now if it wasn't for him. And he looked at some other things on my car. And it was just like, I'm probably going to end up trading my car in. It's that damn thing. It has too many problems. So, and he told me not to hook up my remote wire. I don't know what the fuck I'm stuttering for. My remote wire, and leave my power wire unhooked from my positive of my battery, because he was like, you don't want it to drain out your battery, even though I never play my music without my car on. He was like, you don't want your battery to drain out and shit like that, and you won't be able to start your car up, which just kind of pisses me off, because I just got my car fixed, as far as the fuses and everything. I want a bass, but it was I don't think it would drain it or nothing like that. I don't know. Just don't know. But yeah, that's the good news and some bad news. But that's pretty much it. So peace.